Hello, I'm Monique, and this is Beam Me Up, and we're going to tell you a little bit about OT Pets.
First, we want to introduce you to meet Angela and Jaden. Angela has cerebral palsy and Jaden has shaken baby syndrome, so they're going to have delayed development growing up, and so they're going to need a lot of occupational therapy. And so the problem is that we notice that a lot of OTs are having trouble motivating children to do their occupational therapy. And for kids like Jaden and Angela, they need this therapy to lead more independent lives. So we came up with OT Pets, which is an interactive Xbox game. And first, the OT is going to come in and customize the game for the child, and depending on their disability. And then the kid is going to get to customize the pet and their avatar that they'll be using. And also, it has video feedback, so the kid can see how they're doing throughout the game. It also has smart glass app connectivity for the parents and OTs. So that means that the parents and OTs have an app on their phone that they can see how the kid is doing and maybe make adjustments for them. And how it works is the kid uses their full body to do things such as feeding, playing, walking, socializing, grooming, and dressing. They do this with their animal, and they have to keep the animal happy too. So this is going to help them learn to do these daily tasks.
So looking at our industry trends, the global gaming market in 2015 was worth $65 billion, and this is expected to grow 57% in the next 2 years, so that's huge. In the occupational therapy market in 2014, there were over 110,000 occupational therapists just in the U.S. alone, and that's expected to grow 24% by 2024, which will bring another 30,000 occupational therapists in the U.S. So a lot of therapy going on. And then the rehabilitation gaming market kind of sounds like, is that really a market? But it really kind of is, or it's becoming one, which is actually coined as rehab. So a lot of therapists are trying to integrate games, Wii games and stuff into therapy. And one, for instance, was Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, who had a knee injury, and he actually used Wii games in conjunction with his rehab in order to cut his rehabilitation time in half, which is absolutely phenomenal. So taking a look at our opportunity size, according to the 2010 census, there were 53.9 million school-aged children in the U.S. and 2.8 million with a disability. Now here locally in the tri-state, we have 216,000 children with disabilities. So a lot of children that need either occupational therapy, physical therapy, some kind of therapy. And that's expected to grow 7.9% between now and 2020. So there's a lot of kids that need therapy. And just looking, kind of to hone in a little more on opportunity size, Pro Rehab is right here in Evansville, and they have 22 occupational therapists on staff there. So that's a lot of therapy just happening just right here in Evansville as well. So, you might be asking, how is OT Pets better than some of those other games on the market? And just to reiterate some of the things that Mimi talked about earlier, it has video feedback, so the child can see how they're doing, and also the parent and the OT can see how they're doing. It's hands-free, and it's also fully customizable. So you determine what rehab movements they're doing. They don't get to pick that. You can pick which apps they're using, which apps they're not using. And then also that interaction, so you can see how they're doing, even if you're at home, or if you're in the facility, or however that is, and then before they ever even get there what you need to work on the next time. So what value does this bring? For OTs like you, it creates an interactive therapy for all of your patients and to keep them more engaged. And again, you have constant mobile progress monitoring, and you can also give them rewards. So if the patient is doing really, really well, you can give them an option to give their dog a bone, let's say, or take them for a walk, or you can go play ball, or give them an option to add an extra app on them they may not have had before. So this keeps you in constant interaction with your patient, and also lets you be able to monitor how they're doing and be able to adjust that as they need. And so hopefully you can help us get OT pads on the market so we can start helping families such as the Alvinses. Thank you.